The energy I've been feeling today from the collective is like being fearful of trusting a connection. Why are you fearful of trusting this connection? You know from not only the way you're feeling, the action of this person, how they operate with you, how the patience they have with you, different it is than anybody you've ever been with. So why are you afraid that it's going to drift away? Why are you afraid to speak your full truth or trust fully? Because at the end of the day, this person's trust, this person's authenticity, this person's ability to really show the world who they are scares the shit out of the part of you that wants you to stay small and believe you're deserving of less. You've always believed in being able to manifest a divine love. And you did it. That does not mean it's not going to still come with its struggles. That does not mean it's not going to be scary. In fact, it's going to be one of the most fucking scary things, because this person gives you a calm space to process. You in relationships have always taken care of others. And you stated, going forward, you were going to attract in a partner who has the courage to show the world who they really are. The courage to not let their fears stop them from seeing you. And someone you could really build something with. The fear comes from how destined this connection actually is. Ready? So, what does Spirit have regarding the next steps in this connection? Spirit is pinpoint focusing everything that needs to be purged out right now for your future to be fruitious together. A furious fruition. They want me to say it that. This is a past, present, future spread. Look, in the beginning, the masculine, I see what the masculine brought to the feminine in this was a lot of what could be considered the energy of love bombing. Go with me here. This masculine, the way I'm hearing from the very beginning, they were with you, or if you are the masculine, the way you are with them was authentic. It was real. It was not love bombing. But from a world of unhealed masculines and toxic people, the actions in past relationships in history shows that it's only temporary. That's love bombing. That's to get somebody wrapped up. Okay? The feminine, what I'm sensing, felt how real this was, but it terrified her. It terrified them, because what if as soon as he has me or whatever, or they have me, it goes away? The only thing that shows you that's not true, or if it is true, is time. Time has been. It's gone past. And what I'm seeing is this masculine is still who they said they are. You've learned more about the insecurities. You've learned more about what they've been through. But they're still true to who they are. I see that you had to take a big leap of faith, even really to have this person in your life. So what that means is either you walked to them when you're a very shy person, or normally you don't introduce yourself. You got out of your comfort zone and went somewhere that you had never been before. You took a chance. You listened. And it found you when you least expected. You found each other in a time where you both were no longer truly, truly looking for love. It feels like both of you got to the point where you were just very much like, I'm content. You met at a time when there were no distractions. You met at a time where both of you had just, from what I'm sensing, either released toxic connections, broke up, and had enough time to process it. But here's the thing. You were never going to be fully healed to be with another person. You're never going to be fully ready. Because a lot of that healing is with another person. Spirit's showing me you both have done the work you were supposed to by yourselves. Time is now the thing that is catching up in a freeing way. Time is showing you are both who you say you are. Time is showing the little parts of you that you weren't ready yet to express. Time is healing. Right now, Spirit says the reason that all of the energy has really been focused, it feels like, on like seeing where the distractions are in your own personal lives, and also maybe even internally, and maybe with like people that aren't romantic, you know, like platonic individuals, family members. It feels like so much focus is because we are purging out that last bit of toxicity to not infect this next phase. I want you to see yourself as in the in-betweens of a cleanse. Okay? So think about this time right now. Like, this is the easiest example. Like, picture going into a surgery, a doctor. All right? So the room, it's all clean to begin with. But before the preparation, for every single person, they're going to clean it again. They're going to make sure every little germ is not going to be there. They're going to do their best to protect them and themselves. To protect the patient and themselves. You are in that part right there. Right before. They even wanted me to say it as actually even an upgrade for some of you here. What about right after the surgery? After all of what needed to be purged, everything, the mess that needed to be made is to be cleaned. And then it's actually sterile. Then you're able to walk in that room without needing a mask on or gloves, etc. Because these are collective, you take what resonates. You know what part of the process from what's going on, how either soon, early, like this relationship is, or how long you guys have been together or processing things together. For most of you here, it feels like you thought you were in that beginning part. You've been so used to being in that preparation. You are not in preparation together anymore. You are dissolving what no longer serves. You are prepping for your future. You're not prepping to you're not prepping right now to digest surfacing, like knowing. Give me a second, because this one, it feels like as you're channeling this with me, your focus is like really clearing. You're seeing where fear, where projection has been lying. But also something Spirit is saying, and this doesn't mean go 0 to 100, but some of you here could have some people in your inner circle you're starting to figure out you're outgrowing. Sometimes when we enter new relationships, it can make us see things about other people in our life that we didn't notice before. It's evolution. It's part. Right now, Spirit is showing both of you in your own personal lives are clearing out internal negativity, assumptions, fears, built up tension, but also external. You're just in a purge. And something Spirit is saying is it's getting right before it gets like better or whatever, or easier. Right before the branch off of that wusa is where you feel like everything's crumbling down, but it's not. Nothing's crumbling down right now in a state of destruction. It's transformation. But your fear, your parasite, the devil, whatever it is for you, is going to try to disguise it as something else. This is a relationship that is meant to stand time. You have met in thousands of other lives. Okay? Your future, because of you embracing this together, okay? I see action. I see a masculine being able to achieve this level of comfort and confidence, and the healing space the feminine gives this masculine. Oh my God, there's a skyrocketness of just trust, gratefulness, putting your shoulders down. You know, it feels like you guys could be going on a form of a vacation soon, or getting out from maybe just even the town for a night or whatever. But Spirit is showing that everything is happening the way it's supposed to. You do not need to fear this relationship. You do not need to fear the feeling of fear. Now it's a tool. It used to be a survival technique, but now it's a tool for reflection, because you are not who you used to be. You don't put yourself in the situations you used to. And Spirit is saying those times, those lessons, they are done. You're meant to experience this love. You're meant to go through the road bumps together. You are meant to be the superheroes of your own life. And you come together and make something bigger. Don't you see how many people in this world choose to be the villain of their own story? You didn't. You won. You continue to win. And you're destined to have a person by your side who also does that for themselves. You got this. Over on my Patreon at Uncle Bronze, every single month I give away one video chat reading to one of my members. There are multiple tier options every month on my Patreon. I also upload member-only live videos that go into talking to specific archangels. I have messages that are meant specifically for masculines. I have messages that are meant specifically for feminines, and a lot more. If you're interested in joining my Patreon team and checking out all the tier levels, and you're watching this on YouTube or Instagram, you can simply go to the link in my bio and it will be there. If you're watching this on TikTok, you can migrate to either my Instagram or my YouTube bios, and the link will be there. The link to my Instagram, the link to my YouTube is associated in my TikTok bio. That's what I got for y'all today, and I'll see you when I see you. Let's get it.